What's up, y'all? Welcome to another outdoor Sunday short. And I really like this topic. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, and it's like websites and demo reels, because I love that whole portion. I love marketing, I love content, I love all of it. But it can be very overwhelming for people, and I totally understand that. And because not everybody is me and not everybody is you, and we all like different things. And I know some people that just love the prospecting process, and I do it, but I don't absolutely love it. You know, it's part of the job. So, but there are things that I absolutely love and adore, and I love the websites and demo reels. And we actually get asked all the time, how can we acquire a demo reel if we don't have footage of us speaking? So I wanted to kind of address that today. So I want to talk about what it says in the book too. If you don't have the book, The Successful Speaker, like, what are you doing, right? You have to absolutely get this book. It is not a workbook, but it reads like one. Okay, it absolutely reads like one. So I wanted to go to this just to point out the couple things that are really important. The first thing you need to know here, friends, is start with what you have and where you are. That's a direct quote from the book. I don't even know what page that's on. It just really stuck when I've read this book multiple times. Okay, multiple times. I recommend that you read the book thoroughly and then go back and use it like a workbook, because it does read like one. It's very much about lists. Like, you just check boxes. Y'all, I know I love check box. So getting a great demo reel, okay? Your demo video is the most important part of your website, apart from having a great talk, right? This is really, really important because people want to preview the product before they buy it. And it should be short, okay? Like 1 to 3 minutes long. And it should not necessarily be 1 to 3 minutes of you walking around on stage delivering your talk. That's kind of boring, okay? It should be like a movie trailer, right? What do movie trailers do? They get you hyped up for the movie, right? They get you hyped up for the movie. We want your demo reel to get people hyped up to have discovery calls and potentially bring you in to speak. So it needs to be edited well and have production and maybe music or little portions of your talk, but it should highlight you, but also it should highlight what you do for your audience, right? What you could do for their audience. So there's a couple of things here. Okay, we said keep it short. Think of it as a movie trailer, right? Don't show and tell. What we mean by that is, like I said, it shouldn't be like a 20-minute clip of you on stage speaking and giving away your whole talk. You can do little portions of it. And keep in mind too, people often ask me, like, Brittany, you share a lot of videos on your social media about you speaking. Is that the same thing as a demo reel? No, that is passive content. Still important, but not the same. We're talking about your demo reel. Okay, we're talking about your demo reel. And so the one thing I did is, okay, start with what you have and where you are. I think oftentimes as new speakers, we tend to look at other demo reels and we're like, we need all these bells and whistles and all this craziness. Not necessarily true, friend, not necessarily true. Start with what you have and where you are. It just has to be put together well. It has to, like we said, highlight you as a speaker and what you can do for their audience. So I think it's also important to note about the demo reels is that you don't have to have any footage of you speaking in them. What did she say? Listen, I want to shout out my colleague Dan Irvin right now. Dan Irvin, if y'all don't know him, he does a lot of the webinars and he's a resident speaker here. He speaks in the corporate leadership space, also an association space. He's pretty awesome at what he does. All right, you can look up his website, danirvin.com, and just look at his demo reel, because there is zero footage of him speaking in his demo reel. We laugh about it all the time. There is footage of him in professional capacity. So I want to challenge you with that. If you've ever been videotaped or recorded while you were in an interview or walking, for B-roll or things like that, utilize those things. You can go to my website and look at my demo reel. It's BrittanyRichmond.com. My demo reel is not version 1. Dan's is version 1. My demo reel version 1 was mostly fakey footage. Fakey footage is something we talk about acquiring here. We actually teach you how to acquire fakey footage in the program. And one of the things I'll tell you is my fakey footage was I went to a local community college. I'm like, why can't I think of things? With my friend who's a photographer. So she videoed for me a couple of things. She's not a videographer. She's definitely a photographer. So a little outside her comfort zone, but I trusted her eye. And I went to this community college, and it's like an open college. And I went to the admin part of it, and I was like, hey, can I use the auditorium and one of your lecture halls for like 20, 30 minutes? Like, just pop in, pop out. I just need to get some footage of me like on stage, like speaking. And they were like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. They should be unlocked. The lights should be on. And I was like, okay, great. So I didn't have to pay or anything to do that. And we went there. I had a couple of different blazers, a couple of different tops, and she filmed me just like little 1-minute clips that eventually got edited and put into this first version of my demo reel. But now the version 2 on my website is just got done in 2023, and it's just because it was time. I had been on some pretty large stages, and it was time to change that. But as you go through looking at websites and demo reels of other speakers, which I highly recommend that you do, I want to challenge you not to compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 25. Okay, just don't do it. Remember, you didn't see version 1, but that doesn't mean version 1 didn't exist, right? So I just want to challenge you to do that. So the demo reel is really important. Start with what you have and where you are. Get it up, get it edited well. Fiverr is a great website to potentially, hire someone to do that. It's fiverr.com. Or like I said, we do those in the Speaker Lab. That's what we do here. We create websites and demo reels for people based off of industry standards. But I would definitely go look. I would challenge you to go Google a bunch of speakers, maybe some speakers in your space, and actually look at what their demo reels are like and see what you like, what you don't like, what you vibe with, what you don't vibe with, and just see how they're all a little bit different too. I think that's important to know that this is an opportunity for you to be yourself. And that's really important in this industry. So that's really all I have to say about demo reels. They're super fun and I love them. So, all right, friends, that's it for this Sunday short. Excited to have you guys back next week. Let me know how I continue to support you. Talk to you soon. Bye.